For our first problem, what we're gonna do is set the payments for the per year, which is 12. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna second function, and then we're gonna put the payments per year, and we're gonna set that to 12. And we're gonna press enter to lock in that that answer. Next, we're gonna press second quit to clear it, and we're gonna enter 32nd, and then the multiplier of the payments, which will change it to 360, and that's gonna be our n factor, so we're definitely gonna put n right there after. Since the number's already set in once we pressed n, we're just going to continue and put the 75,000, which is the loan amount, and make that our present value. Once that has entered itself, then we're going to press the 425.84, which is our payment amount, and we're going to make it negative, and insert the payment amount. Then we're going to compute for the interest, and that'll give us a 5.499, which in retrospect becomes 5.5% per year. Now, before we started this video, we had previously set our calculator so that we didn't have any. We had floating decimals, which would make it easier and have more exact results when doing certain problems. But for our next problem, we are going to reset our calculator. And the way we do that is that we put second, reset, and it's going to ask you if you want to reset, and you're going to put enter because you are confirming that you're resetting your calculator. So that'll bring us back to 0.00, which gives you 2 decimals and round 0 results as well. With this one, once we've reset our calculator, we're going to put our second and put the payments per year. And it's at 1, so we're going to change that to 12 because that's how many payments. And we're going to put enter. Next, we're going to put the down arrow right here, and we're going to press that. And it's going to show us the compounds per year, well, per periods. And then we're going to put 4. And enter to lock into our result. And to set the beginning of the period payments, we're going to put second beginning and second set. So now it's set at the beginning, and we're going to quit out of that. And to enter the number of deposits that we're using to pay the multiplier, we're going to put 10. Use the second function and use the payment multiplier function, which will multiply it to 120 and make that 120 our n. Since that's already locked in, once we press n, we're going to go 0.5, and that's going to be our interest for the year, or interest rate. And then we're going to put the future value of 25,000 because that's our end result that we want. And then we're going to compute for how much we would have to pay, which is 203.13. Just makes it negative because it could be a positive negative outcome. For our last problem, we have to reset our calculator once again. And the only reason I'm doing, I put second quit and second clear to remove any kind of functions that could have been from the previous problem that roll over. But we're going to reset our calculator anyways. That way we know that it's reset for sure. So we're going to put second, reset, and then we'll put enter. Perfect. So the first number we're going to put is 10, and that's going to be the number of payments that we have to do. Then we're going to put, again, another 10 for years for our interest. And our payment, it's going to be $20,000. And we're going to make it positive negative. And we're going to put it as our payment. Perfect. So that's already locked in. Then we're going to compute for the present value. And we get 122,891.34, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to set the beginning of the period by going to second, beginning, and then second set. So now we're at the beginning of the period, and we're going to return to the calculator. So we're going to put second quit, and we're going to then compute for the present value. And now we have 135,180.48 as our answer. What this means, having those two different answers means that the present value of the savings is 122,891.34 cents with an ordinary annuity, and 135,180.48 is an annuity due.